honestly, some progress is better than no progress. A lot of the times we beat ourselves up because we're not where we want to be. We're not getting the results that we want. And I think that we need to realize that we need to just keep going no matter what. No matter what, no matter if you don't see the results or not, if we're not seeing change, but we know that what we're doing is the right thing to do, we need to keep doing it. Because by staying consistent and by even seeing just a 0.001 or 0.002% of a change, that is still progress. If you're going to the gym, it's been about a week now, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, and you're still not able to lift that weight that you wanted to lift. You were trying to go up some weight, right? And you're still not able to lift it, and it's been 4 weeks. You're frustrated with yourself. I've been going 4 or 5 times a week. How am I not able to lift this? The reality is that you should already congratulate yourself for the fact that you were being consistent for going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week for 4 weeks. That is progress. And a lot of the times we expect big results, and then we call that progress. But the reality is the process of doing something is progress as well. We don't need to always look at the end result, because the end result will eventually come. But what matters is how consistent you are with doing something, how persistent you are, regardless of if you're going to achieve the results or not. Progression in life takes time. Everybody progresses at their own rate. Everyone is different. Everyone has different circumstances. Some people have a lot of money, so they're able to progress. Some people are already strong. Some people are just born with the ability to gain muscle really quick. Some people are really flexible naturally. Some people aren't, like me. I'm not flexible at all. But I think that, we need to realize that the more we do something, the better we'll get at it. Practice does make perfect, but the reality is no one is perfect. Progression is something that eventually will happen, but we shouldn't worry too much about it. What we need to worry more about, or focus more on, is our consistency and our dedication, regardless of if we're going to progress or not. What matters is the effort, the consistent daily effort that you're putting in to whatever craft or skill that you're working on. That's more important than actual getting results. The results is just, it'll eventually show up. It'll eventually happen, right? Maybe weeks, months, years down the road. But the true progression, the true value is you being consistent with whatever you're doing in your life. In this life, I believe, it's all about moving forward. It's all about moving forward despite all the setbacks that you're facing in life. And believe it or not, as you get older, you are becoming a better person in a sense. You're becoming wiser, you're gaining more life experience. Obviously, some people don't learn from their mistakes. I understand that. But I do believe that the older you get, the more of an understanding you have of the world around you as you get older. And that's progression as well. And the thing is, we look at, people online on social media, and we see them like hitting milestone after milestone in their lives, right? They just bought their second house or their second or third car. You remember some guy from high school, and now 10 years later, this guy is huge. He has like an 8 6 pack. He's buff. He's into martial arts. He's doing MMA and stuff like that. And you say to him, wow, like he's changed a lot. He's progressed a lot. But I think, and then you look at yourself and you be like, oh, wow, I really haven't done much. But the reality is you really have done a lot. Is this a matter of you sitting down with yourself and kind of introspecting and to not compare your life to others? Because everyone is progressing in life at their own pace. Everyone is. And I think a lot of us disregard the fact that we are, we have actually achieved a lot in our lives. But what we think achievement is, it doesn't fit our description, it doesn't fit our meaning. But if you start being more aware and you realize you actually have achieved a lot. Maybe you graduated from high school. That is an achievement. That is progression. Maybe you started working 2 jobs. Well, that is an achievement. That is progression. Maybe you've started learning a new skill. You're learning a new language. You're learning how to code. That is progression. Progression is change. Changing, things in your life. That is progression. You going for a walk outside, waking up early. That is progression. Progression doesn't have to be big. It can be small. It can be minuscule. And I think we need to start realizing this, because if we don't, then we feel like we're just stuck in life. So I encourage all of you to really think about your life and realize that you really are progressing in life. You really are. And it could be like really small progression, but you're still moving forward. And give yourself a pat on the back, because a lot of people don't even have this realization. A lot of people are just stuck in their head. A lot of people just believe that because of the circumstances around them, this is who they are. They refuse to change. They refuse to do anything with their lives. They become lazy. They become content. They become too comfortable. They don't want to make changes in their life. They don't want to do any of this, right? And if you have that mentality, of course, you feel like you're not progressing in life. It all comes down to how you think. It all comes down to your mentality. That is the key. That is honestly the key. Once you come to the realization that I am what I think I am, once you come to that realization, then your life starts to change. Then you start progressing. But it all comes down to you. What you tell yourself, what you do, how you behave, how you act, what you believe. It all comes down to these things.